You've unlocked a Roundtable.
Hey guys, and welcome to our first impressions of Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. I'm Adam.
I'm Alex, and Chris is here. He's going to ask questions if he can wake up.
He hasn't played the game yet, so he's going to be a faux moderator type person.
Oh, I'm moderating this?
Well, I don't know.
All right, fine.
You're going to ask us questions if you get inclined to.
Okay, go.
All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So, Alex, how much time do you think you've spent with The Phantom Pain so far?
Oh, Christ, probably about 10 hours.
Okay, I'm probably along the same page, maybe 15, 20.
Okay.
I've unlocked the second area of the game, so...
Double him. I'm along the same page. Oh, 15, 20.
Well, it's a very long game. Okay. There's so much to do.
There is a lot to do. Because, like you said, you just got into the second area, and I feel like I still have a ways to get... Well, not a ways. I have a couple more missions to get there.
Yeah.
But it's like, there is a lot to do in this game.
There's definitely no lack of activities and missions and side ops and just dicking around if you so choose. And
Right. I mean, let's call it, this is a very open world game for Metal Gear. It's an open world Metal Gear Solid game,
yes,
which is
absolutely.
something completely new for them.
It really is.
Yeah. I mean, we got a hint of it in Ground Zeroes, but this is just that expanded like 20 times.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Ground Zeroes was a glorified demo, like a prologue, really. To
It was a prologue, and
this
and it was just kind of a little taste of what we expect for the rest of this, the rest of the series. Yeah.
Well, I guess we can kind of talk about the beginning of the game. It's been kind of seen in even the teaser trailer back in the day that
Before we knew it was
Metal Gear.
Yes, exactly.
So, how did you really feel about just the opening of the game? I guess it's 9 years after Ground Zeroes.
I mean, it's interesting. It's cool. It's a nice introduction to the world and to a clever little tutorial section, I guess, because you have to have those in games nowadays because they're so complex.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's compelling, and I kind of want to know. It's very Metal Gear. It's the most Metal Gear I've seen in this game thus far.
Yeah.
And from what I've heard and understand is this game is more about gameplay than it is about story, which is what you're used to Metal Gear style games. I mean, it's really lacking in the narrative compared to other Metal Gear Solid games. So, I mean, it's nice to get just that taste of what you're familiar with when it comes to the narrative.
Yeah. Well, I can understand why people would say that it's light on the narrative. I think it's just because of the fact that it is so open and so up to the player to decide how you're doing things. I'd imagine if you just straight up followed just the story missions, you'd get more of that narrative really of what's going on. It's usually in those missions that the story, that whatever's happening in the background is kind of unfolding. Early in the game, you're really just kind of rebuilding Mother Base.
Right, yeah, that's true. But I mean, even from what I experienced, the exposition to go into the missions is very one-sided. It's just very like, all right, big boss, we need you to do this. Okay, I'll do it. And it's that. Like, there's no weird, long, drawn-out conversations about what you're doing and who this person is.
Sure.
It's when the original games would beat you over the head with that type of stuff. This is very trimmed down on that. Like, it cuts out a lot of the fat.
Yeah, and that fat, to use that euphemism, is actually still available to you in like the cassette tapes that you receive and collect. So it's
which is awesome because you could just run around the area while listening to cassette tapes. So it's not breaking the gameplay at all. It's something added as you're playing the game, which is a cool little extra thing and just a nice way to deal with that.
Yeah, you kind of have the option to digest that plot at your own pace, or just not, just take the bare minimum, the bare bones of what they're feeding you through the missions, or dig deeper and listen to those cassette tapes. So I think Kojima Studios, I should say, has really listened to what people love and not so much love about the franchise.
Yeah, and also part of me feels like how much pressure did Konami put on Kojima to do it this way? They're like, you're kind of running over budget and over schedule.
Yeah.
You need to, again, hurry it up. Like, I mean, there's things I hear on the internet, rumors saying that, it's not quite as complete as Kojima wanted it to be. Like, there was supposed to be a lot more narrative and exposition that just never made it in the game, which could be true, but, I mean, outside of that, there's just so much more game that I can't fault them for it.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely, I feel, early for us. I mean, 10 hours to 20 hours is really nothing to sneeze at nowadays in games. And considering the two of us were basically just kind of, I feel, scratching the outside of what we're going to experience with this game.
I mean, I just started adding stuff to the mother base. Like,
Yeah.
like I said, that probably started 8 hours into the game, and I know there's so much more you can build upon that. So
Yeah, I'm getting OCD with the mother base itself, actually, and finding myself going after the side ops, like the side missions, basically,
Right,
that
right,
aren't
right.
story missions, because I get GMP, which is the currency in the game, and different things that I can add to mother base and
there's
soldiers.
there's things that can help you out with that as well. Like, in the beginning of the game, you would put soldiers in a lockhold, and you can interrogate them.
Yeah.
But they spoke Russian, and you don't understand Russian.
That was such a cool touch.
So, like, you're like, well, I don't know. So you just knock the guy out. In one of these side ops missions, you rescue or capture an interpreter.
Yeah.
And from that point on, you can understand these soldiers.
Yeah.
So it helps you out in the game. So when you interrogate them, you can find locations for the diamonds or equipment or other soldiers and
Yep.
things like that. So they're really helpful in that regard.
I'm glad you brought that up, because I kind of forgot about it, but I thought that was a really cool touch, because historically Big Boss is this super soldier. He knows all these different languages, but he's been in a coma for 9 years and his brain is fucked up, so he just
He
knows
has
English
shrapnel
now.
sticking out of his head, pressing against his brain. He's not going to remember all the languages.
Exactly, and it's cool because he goes to interrogate a guy, and he's like, spit it out, whatever.
And
He's speaking in Russian.
Nostrovia. I'm sure they're not saying cheers, but
Yeah, and he just doesn't know what's going on, and then Miller chimes in. He's like, "Yeah, you probably don't understand Russian anymore." So I mean, maybe minor spoiler there, but that's the cool thing about Metal Gear, man. There's always these little touches that they think of this shit, and it's like whatever you want to do. It's
funny you should say shit, because I mean I've been listening to other video game podcasts and things like that. You know how you get the cassette tapes?
Yeah.
Well, you can upgrade the cassette player so that there's a speaker function, so they play out loud.
Yeah.
You could get a cassette of someone shitting.
I have that cassette. Yes, I just listened to that the other day.
Do you know what you can do with that?
No.
If you're hiding in a toilet and someone's going to check on it, play that, and I'm like, oh, someone's shitting in the toilet. I won't open it.
That's genius.
Yeah. No, seriously. I heard that. I'm like, that's fucking insane.
That's genius, man.
You could get a cassette of quiet humming,
Yeah,
and when you play that, it's supposed to steady your aim.
because she always hums.
Correct.
Oh, that's really cool.
So there's all these cool little things they add in.
One of the coolest ways, I haven't done this actually, but I've read about the easiest way to defeat Quiet is, how you can...
I haven't fought her yet.
Oh, you haven't fought her? Okay,
No.
maybe I shouldn't tell you then.
I don't think you should tell listeners who haven't
Okay.
even played it. But
Well, after you guys have fought Quiet...
I know you were supposed to fire at some point.
Yeah, you have the option of either, using actual ammunition or the what's it called? The sleeping darts.
Oh, trank dart.
Trank darts, there you go, yeah. That's historically been kind of a Metal Gear thing. Like,
Right.
you can tranquilize the boss or kill them. So, there's those two options, but there's a third option that's really, really cool. If you guys want to spoil yourselves, look it up online. It's a Kojima thing, because it's really fucking clever. And when you read it, you're going to be like, that makes absolute perfect fucking sense.
I'm very curious now to what that is.
Once you fight her, you gotta text me, and then I'll be like, all right, so this is it.
Okay, yeah,
And-
I'll definitely do that.
Yeah, it's actually one of the it ends up being one of the mission parameters that you can use.
Right. Because you have, when you go through an original mission, it'll give you the main objectives, but have all these other
Side
ones
objectives,
that
yeah.
are they're just
masked.
question marks, so you're
Yeah.
not sure. Once you beat the mission the first time, those unlock. You can see what else you could do to
Exactly, yeah. Because you can
help you
replay
out with the mission. Yeah,
any of your missions as many
Correct.
times as you like, and you basically get different ranks. And of course, the best rank you can get is an S rank.
yeah.
And
And also, gives you more GMP to spend on
Yeah.
development and of the base and resources and things like that.
and most importantly, from I think our gamer perspective, is just endless replayability. It's just fucking awesome.
Yes, it is.
Like Metal Gear has always been this linear kind of like, all right, go fight this boss, go find this key card, go sneak around through this room and chop off this dude's hand, and it's been a great narrative. I'm a huge fan of the franchise, but I think it's gone in such a cool direction with leaving it in our hands what direction we want to go in.
It's a Metal Gear game with almost Far Cry DNA mixed in with it.
That's a beautiful comparison.
I mean, just the way,
Podcast
yeah.
over.
But I mean, it's just that they really went above and beyond this game and really turned the whole series on its head.
Yeah.
Like it's just completely different than any other Metal Gear Solid game you've played, but still feels very grounded in that universe.
It still feels Metal Gear,
yeah,
which is awesome. I mean, it's got all the best things from all the Metal Gears that we've played up until now in this one awesome cohesive package. And it's not things that we haven't done in other games, but it just feels so right in this universe,
it
It's just,
feels so right, and it's just very tight and done very well.
yeah. Controls are great. It's graphically just gorgeous. I'm playing on PS4. You're playing on Xbox One.
Yeah, it looks great. Yeah,
Man,
I mean, just when he gets shot and his khakis get all bloodied and stuff,
yeah.
like just looking at it, like it looks so real. Like it looks like real khakis that are just drenched in blood.
Oh, yeah.
It's so
absolutely.
the art direction is
And that
incredible
blood
in it.
stays on him until he goes back to Mother Base and takes a fucking shower.
Or you can actually crawl in a stream and some of it will wash off.
That makes perfect sense as well. I haven't done that.
Like I said, they put a lot of thought in this game. Other things that I've heard people talk about is, the enemy's gear adjusts to how you play the game. So if you're getting a lot of headshots, a lot of them will be walking around with helmets.
Yep.
Or if you do a lot of night infiltrations, they'll be wearing a lot of nighttime goggles.
Yep.
But then you can do side op missions to stop shipments of that shit. So there's less helmets and less night vision goggles. So this complete balance act that you could do.
It feels like actual warfare,
It does. There's intelligence gathering and everything. It's very clever in so many regards.
so much fun, man.
I mean,
I think this is obviously we haven't finished the game by a long shot. And this is again a reminder. This is like first impression, but holy shit, man, this is a really great first impression.
yes. I mean, I do have a couple gripes. One being, I feel the interface is not as cohesive and intuitive as I was like it to be. Like going through the menus and everything.
You mean like the iDroid thing?
Yeah, all that seems kind of clumsy at times, and especially there's one thing that really bothered me was, I was trying to deploy and I accidentally added an item that I didn't want to my
Inventory?
yeah, and I didn't know how to get rid of it. Like I'm like, okay, no, I don't want this because I put it in one cardboard box because you get the different types of cardboard boxes.
Yeah.
I put it in one. And I accidentally put in another one in a different slot. I'm like, well, I don't need both cards. So I tried to get rid of one of them. I had no clue how to do it. And it's just like...
Yeah, I can't
it's
help
just,
you with that.
It's just,
I don't know how to remove stuff.
Tiny things like that with the user interface that makes it a little clumsy. So I wish they tightened that up a little bit.
Fair enough.
And just made it a little just more intuitive and cohesive and not as clumsy. Second thing that bothers me, which it's not a big deal, but whenever he goes into a building, however small the building may be, the camera gets super close on his ass, and it's like taking up like a quarter to like a third of the screen, and I'm like, it's hard to see around you, big boss.
Yeah.
That's my only other gripe, but really this is an outdoor game, so you're not spending
There's not a whole lot of indoors, yeah. At least in the early part of the game, so.
Right, but like when I am indoors, it's just kind of like it's kind of annoying. It's kind of annoying because they hide stuff in there. They hide resources and stuff in there, and I don't want to miss a resource because is being blocked by Big Boss's ass.
See,
know?
maybe that hasn't bothered me as much because I'm obsessively, compulsively interrogating everybody. So I have on my map all these check marks. There's a diamond here. There's a resource here. So I knock everybody out, interrogate them, then knock them out, then balloon them out of there, Fulton, and then like the camp is empty, so I'm just waddling around picking up shit.
That's true.
That's my gameplay style at least. So.
Oh yeah, I Fulton fucking everything.
Oh, Jeeps, fucking trucks.
I haven't been able to get vehicles and cargo things yet. I haven't gotten that upgrade yet, but I'm anticipating that. Apparently what you could do is you could hop on a cargo container and Fulton it, and if you're still on there when you Fulton it, it'll just take you back to base. So you don't have to spend...
Also makes perfect sense. You don't have to call your helicopter back in.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's the little touches, man. And the fact that it's just a tight gameplay, beautiful graphics, it's not overbearing in a plot sense. Like, even though Metal Gear Solid 4 was amazing, there was times when I didn't want to sit through a 20-minute video of, of Snake talking to Drebin.
Yes, there was an instance in that game where like, all right, you've been here for a while. Do you want to save your game and do shit? Like, I remember there was a save option in the middle of a cutscene, and the only time I remember seeing that before was in Final Fantasy 7 or 8. One of those Final Fantasy games, I remember that happening. It's like, okay, we've reached this point in this game. Okay, let's cool it. Let's hit those brakes a little bit, Kojima. But yeah, Chris, do you have any questions?
No, man. Just like listening to you guys talk about it. This is your podcast. I'm gonna lay back and let you guys talk.
Are you excited to try it at all? I mean, is it just not your cup of tea?
Metal Gear, man.
You're not the biggest fan.
Yeah,
but
we've talked about this on so many podcasts before. That's why I'm letting you guys take front here.
Look online, though. See what some people are saying. It's people that have not liked any Metal Gear ever are enjoying this game. It's like that much of a game changer.
You can play it very action-oriented as well. It's not straight stealth. Because there have been... like last night, I botched this mission, and I just had everybody rush towards me, and I'm like... Well, there's no turning back from this, so I just started headshotting everybody with my rifle.
Yeah.
So, and, like, just blowing shit up. I shot a guy who was about to throw a grenade, and, of course, grenade drops and blows up his buddies and right next to him. Like, this is awesome. Another thing I heard about is you could throw a grenade in a group of guys, and a lot of times they'll scatter, but sometimes one guy will jump on one and cover it. Save his buddies. But also, you could throw a grenade that's not lethal, like a smoke grenade, but they don't know what type of grenade it is, so they'll still scatter regardless of what grenade it is. So it's just all these little touches that are clever, and just, there's so much detail in this game, and I could understand why Kojima spent so much time making it, because he thought a lot of stuff out.
Yeah, man, it's just, it's about player freedom, is what it's really, when it comes down to it.
And this is
you can do your missions however you want to do it. You can go full stealth. It's kind of like Deus Ex. You can go full stealth, or you can go in Rambo and just kill everything. There's cool side missions where when you upgrade your Fultons, you can take out tanks. Just attach a balloon to a tank and it's gone. There's missions where you're supposed to like demolish a tank unit. I go in, I sneak in and attach balloons to everything, and the mission's over. And
you get tanks at your base on top of it, so it all works out.
And the soldiers that are inside the tanks. Yes. So it's like you're just building your army, and it feels so fucking gangster.
Yeah. So, needless to say, we're enjoying this game. I'm really looking forward to playing more of it. Like, I've put so many... I was playing like 4 other games, like switched between 4 other games before I started playing this one.
Yeah.
And this one has completely consumed all my time since I've started it. Like, Witcher 3 has been put on the back burner, Bloodborne, Grand Theft Auto 5, and Galaxy. I was all like switching between those 4 games.
Yeah.
And this has grabbed all my attention from all those incredible games.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's just a testament to how much I'm enjoying it.
I don't see myself popping that disc out until Fallout 4 comes out.
God. I'm going to have to beat this for Fallout 4.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, thanks for listening. If you guys have been playing, Let us know what you think. Maybe there's a lot of little other things we missed that you want to let us know about and our listeners to know about.
There's definitely things we missed.
I'm sure there are, dude. You can follow me on Twitter. My name there is Alex Sandberg, AlexSandberg, or you can email me directly at the website, alex@lostlevel.com. Adam, how can we reach you?
I'm not a big Twitter user, more of an Instagram image sharing type guy. I'm Adam Howlett on there. That's ADAMHOWLETT. And you can also email me directly at our site. It's adamhowlett@lostlevel.com.
Awesome. Make sure to follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/lostlevel. Follow us on Twitter, twitter.com/thelostlevel. We have a YouTube page and everything. Make sure to visit lostlevel.com. All our contact information in the upper right-hand corner. Just click on those links. You can follow us on all our different social media sites. Also, check us out on iTunes. Subscribe to us there if you haven't. Give us a rating. Give us a score. If you want to leave a review, leave a review. Other than that, thanks for listening, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.